This past summer, the Arlington community lost Catherine Malatesta, a 16-year-old Arlington High School student who passed away from cancer. Today, we are joined by Mark Levine of the ACMi Fund to tell us a little bit about Budding for Patients, an upcoming fundraising event in memory of Catherine. Thank you for joining us today, Mark.
Thank you for having me.
Could you tell us a little bit about Budding for Patients and what's your role with the ACMi Fund?
Basically, I'm a volunteer. I'm with the ACMi Fund Council of Greater Boston, which is an organization that we have fundraisers. The ACMi Fund is the fundraising arm of the Dana-Farber. And a couple of years ago, I thought it might be a nice idea to start an event in high schools to teach high school students about the ACMi Fund and also to raise money for pediatric cancer. And since then, we've had 10 or 11 of these same fundraisers at various high schools in the Greater Boston area.
So you talk about, you seem to, you have some personal connection with Catherine. So could you tell us a little bit more about that?
I met Catherine once. As a volunteer on the ACMi Fund Council, one of the things that I get to do is I go to the Children's Hospital and I meet the oncology patients there. And I remember, I believe it was in May, I walked into her room and I met her and her mother, Jennifer, and I introduced myself and I asked her where she went to high school. And she said she went to Arlington High School and that she was also going to be the president of the Student Council this coming year. And I said, well, that's kind of a coincidence because I've already agreed with the faculty advisor at your school to run a Putting for Patients event in, to help the pediatric cancer patients. And we just had a wonderful conversation.
What would you think about Catherine would have thought about this?
I think she would have loved it.
Fundraising
I think she would have loved it. I think that when I mentioned the idea when she was sick in the hospital but had this great attitude, I think that she liked the concept then. And I think that obviously it would be great if we were just doing the event to raise money for pediatric cancer as a whole as opposed to one person. But I'm quite certain that she would have loved the event and she would have worked really hard to make it successful.
So we know that in the upcoming Saturday, we have fundraising event in memory of Catherine.
Yes, that's right.
Hosted by Budding for Patients.
Yep, it's called Putting for Patients,
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
So could you tell us a little bit more about that event particularly?
What we do is we bring in an 18-hole miniature golf course to the school gymnasium. That's sort of the central part of the fundraiser. So it's really a family event. And we basically, every community that I do these events with, or every school I do these events, it's a community-based event. So the sponsors come from Arlington, the donors who give prizes come from Arlington, and what we're trying to do is draw on the students at the high school level, into middle school level, elementary school level to come, as long with residents of the community to sort of come together, have a really fun day, and contribute to the ACMi Fund.
Thanks for joining us today, Mark. The fundraising event by Budding for Patients will be hosted on November 21st in Arlington High School in memory of Catherine Malatesta. For more information, please check out the website of tinyurl.com/AHS Budding for Patients. On behalf of Mark Levine and for Arlington Public News, I'm Koala Shea.